One of the other factors of one of the many ecological impacts associated with this dispersed industrial activity is going to be dramatic changes in the surface hydrology. Now, I know there's a lot of concern about the fracking and what it's going to do to the groundwater, but on the surface, there's going to be massive disruption to surface hydrology. And this is just one example. Now, this isn't a Marcellus site, but it's a dramatic example of what can occur. When you have to put in a road or you have to do some type of a stream crossing, quite frequently the cheapest method is to put in a culvert. And what a culvert will do is create an artificial barrier to any kind of aquatic organism that wants to move upstream. So you basically isolate a population. The other thing a culvert will do, anytime you have a straight run like this, you will increase the water velocity. So the water velocity during a storm event is going to increase, which is going to increase the power and the erosive force of that water as it comes downstream. And so you're going to have scouring, and there's some scouring on the bank here. You're going to have slumping. You're going to have sedimentation that's going to occur. It's going to change the water quality, which is also going to have cascading ecological impacts to some of the organisms like the native trout that we have in Pennsylvania. And this was a major problem, water quality issues during the logging era, and to expect that you're going to have the kind of dispersed industrial activity across the Commonwealth that we're going to have with the Marcellus and not have all these cascading impacts is just naive. The problem with the surface hydrology issues is that there are ways to mitigate against this, but they're expensive. 70% of the forest land in Pennsylvania is on private land. So even if we follow best management practices on our state forests, 70% of the forest land is in private hands in Pennsylvania. And that resource is just as valuable as the public land. And unfortunately, we don't anticipate, or we can't anticipate, that private landowners are going to have the knowledge, and certainly the energy companies are not going to have an incentive to use these best management practices unless they're required to do it.